So we're heading to Life Group.
Hey Zoo family, it's Tuesday. It's time for Life Group, and we've shared with you, if you're not familiar with what Life Group is, we shared last week about it. We have a small group that meets and studies the Bible, and every once in a while eats a meal together. And tonight is our off week. We're not doing a study tonight. It's Taco Tuesday. Who's ready for tacos?
Yeah!
About every other week, we get together and have a meal, and it's typically Mexican food because everyone can bring different parts of the meal and stuff. I've got kind of a migraine tonight. If you're not familiar with that, a migraine is basically like a headache but 10 times worse, and it usually comes with nausea and sensitivity to light and sound, and not a great thing to be perplexed with when you're about to be around people, but I'll get over it. So anyways, we're headed to Life Group. We are not bringing a Mexican dish though. We're bringing the appetizer, which is like a cheese plate. Like cheeses and crackers. It's like not Mexican, but the problem is if we bring a Mexican appetizer, it's just gonna be something you could also have as an entree, like chips and dip. You can just make nachos and have that as an entree. So we're bringing the cheese plate, the cheese platter. But I wanted to let you know some exciting news before we get there. I was approached today by a couple of pastors who work in the community here around me, and they do this thing called the Growth Project. It's like a podcast, and they also video it and put it on Facebook, and it's always filmed live, and I think each episode is about an hour long. And they asked me to be on the episode that's coming out September 25th. So you can check that out. September 25th, I will be on the Growth Project. And they told me the subject matter, at least preliminarily, it's Ephesians. We'll be talking about the book of Ephesians. And we'll also be talking about adoption. They wanted me to tell our adoption story while I'm on the show. So you'll be able to watch that live on Facebook. So I'm going to put a link down in the description so you can check out the Growth Project in advance. Maybe like them on Facebook and check out some of their material. It's pretty cool, pretty interesting. And check out September 25th. I'll be on the Growth Project.
So Mike is headed to Taco Tuesday for our Life Group, and we, Caleb and Timmy, have soccer practice tonight. So we are kind of split up for the meantime, and we will meet up at Taco Tuesday after soccer practice. Are you guys excited?
Yeah!
So tonight's only Timmy's second practice. We got rained out last week, and come to find out, games start Saturday. I had no idea. So I'm looking forward to getting our schedule and figuring out what our game schedule looks like. It is super convenient that both boys are one side and another, so I don't even have to move tonight, which is fantastic. And yes, I know I'm a hot mess. It has been a day. I have been under the weather. Woohoo! Good job, Tim. Don't hit mommy. Let's go, Tim. Nice. Good job. Good job, bud.
Luke, get out of the way. Shoot. Good job.
Good job, Tim.
Run down the field. Take it to the goal. Shoot it.
You can't go in the white. You can't go in the white, okay?
Luke, pass the ball back and forth. Ethan. All right, so what we're going to do is kick it off.
So I'm driving here, and I had the camera off, and Cadie said, "Dad, can I ask you a question?" And I thought it would be like, "Why is the sky blue?" or something like kids do, right? And she had a very interesting question that I just knew you all would want to hear. So Cadie, would you mind asking me that question again?
Okay. So, Dad.
Yes.
How you and Mom know that I was at orphanage, and you guys know that I was at orphanage, and who told you guys that?
That's the first time Cadie has ever asked that. It's the first time Cadie has ever asked me, and I'm pretty positive or Melanie a pre-orphanage question about how did you ever find me? How did this happen? That is a cool question. I'm glad you're asking. So we knew we wanted to adopt. We knew we wanted to adopt many, many years ago, back when you were a very little girl, like younger than Logan. Like when you were Timmy's age, we were already thinking about adopting. When a mommy and a daddy want to adopt, they have to do a bunch of paperwork, fill out paperwork, and then they have to contact India and tell India that they want to adopt the country of India. Do you know what a government is?
No.
Ooh. Like the president? Do you know who Modi is?
What do you mean?
Modi. President Modi.
No.
The man with the beard, the gray beard.
Oh!
Oh, she doesn't know who Modi is. I was like, you gotta know who Modi is. So you know who Modi is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Modi knew where you were. Modi and all of his friends, they knew that you were at Navajivan.
How they know?
They just do. Because they know where a lot of the children are who are in orphanages. Because Navajivan and Navadiganto are not the only orphanages in India. There are thousands of orphanages in India. Did you know that? Yeah, thousands. And there are millions of children in India who need mommies and daddies, who don't have mommies and daddies. Modi and all of his friends, they're the government of India. That's called the government. It's a crazy way to explain it, right? And they knew where you were, Cadie. They knew where you and a lot of the other children who are in orphanages, they knew where you were. So when mommy and daddy contacted India, they connected us with you. And they told us, we have a little girl and she's 6 years old, because when they contacted us, you were only 6. And
I thought I was like 7. I thought I was like so much big.
Well, you were only 6. When we got your photo for the first time, you were only 6.
I didn't know that. I never knew that my old was 6. They even didn't told me.
We're finding that out now. Anything that would key a child into how long they've been there, it didn't seem like they focused on that stuff. Birthdays, holidays, a lot of holidays, so things like that, they didn't highlight them because I don't think they want the kids fixating on how long they've been there. And that makes sense, right? So Cadie, when we contacted Modi and his friends, the government of India, I know it sounds silly, right? I didn't call Modi on his cell phone. I was like, hey Modi, I want to adopt a little girl. I wish it was that easy. So it wasn't that way. So we contacted them and they told us that there was a little girl.
And her name was Cadie.
Well, they told us her name at the time, which was not a birth name, by the way.
At
It
the
was just an
time,
assigned name, kind of like her birthday.
Wait, where did they put my name?
What name did they write?
Yeah.
Well, you know what name they wrote.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Yeah. And for people who are like, why'd you change her name? That's why. The name is assigned. It's not her heart name. It's not her birth name, the one that she remembers from before Navadiganto. Do you remember your name when you were a little baby?
I don't know.
Yeah, see, when people are like, oh, why'd you change her name? They think that we took away the name that her biological parents gave her, and no, that's not what happened.
At orphanage, I have my birthday.
You had a birthday there?
Yeah.
But they didn't celebrate birthdays at Navajivan?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I already did birthday party and Navadiganto.
Okay, but you had a birthday. One of your birthdays passed while you were at Navajivan.
Yeah, but
They might not have done that at Navajivan because that's more the younger children, like from the time kids are infants up to 2 years old, and they might not celebrate birthdays because a lot of the kids that are there are too young to even process what a birthday is. But Navadiganto is where the older children are, so it would make sense that maybe they did celebrate birthdays there. We're still finding out information all the time. Now that she talks practically fluently, like she can just tell us whatever's on her mind and ask interesting questions. So, okay, I didn't finish the story. So when we wanted to adopt, we called Modi and his friends. And Logan doesn't even know what that means. But Logan's probably gonna say the name Modi all day long. And I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
I want my name to be that.
Hold on, you want me to call you Modi?
Yes.
We're gonna get like a gray beard to put on you and call you Modi. So we called him. He told us he and his friends and a group called CARA, which stands for the Centralized Adoption Resource Authority. You are so beautiful. You know that? Like, I get distracted by how pretty you are. They told us that you were available to be adopted. And when we saw your photo, you still had short hair in your photo. Do you remember having no hair? Do you remember having no hair?
Your daddies.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
No, they'll keep now number 2 and number 1. New orphanage, they keep cutting my hair.
And you didn't like it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but now you got long hair, beautiful hair. You like long hair or short hair?
long.
That's probably why Cadie doesn't want her hair cut, because for a while they kept hair short to avoid lice and things like that. So we're here at Life Group, and as much as I want to keep talking, because now whenever she becomes an open book, I start asking questions. So does Melanie. We're like trying to get as much information out of you as we can to know more about her story, because when she's in the mood to talk about it, that's the best time to get information, because her mind is already there. What made you ask me that question today?
I don't know.
Just thought of it?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Okay, so we got to go fellowship with some of our friends. We will see you in a second.
So I picked up the boys a little early from soccer practice so we could get dinner at Taco Tuesday. We're on our way now.
I can't wait to catch some chickens.
We have all the uniforms, which is exciting. You'll be able to see that in the next couple days. We won't probably do it when everyone has uniforms. Logan and Cadie have practice on Thursday, so they'll get uniforms then. And our first game is Saturday, so it'll be a busy season for sure. But I think it's gonna be awesome. Timmy, did you have fun today?
Yeah, and I told my dog's name.
You told your coach your name.
You know my names.
Awesome. Do you know your real name? What's your real name?
Demi.
Timmy's your nickname. What's your real name? No, that Timmy. Timothy. Timothy's your real name.
No, Demi.
Timmy. I know. We call you Timmy. We call you Timbo. We call you Timmy Andy. Who's the
Timtastic?
Timtastic?
Tim Amazing? Tim
Timmy.
Believable?
Who's the only person that calls you Timmy Andy?
I know.
Who? Mommy. Mommy came up with Timmy Andy because his name is Timothy Andrew, and so I call him Timmy Andy. You guys did really good tonight.
Thank you.
So here we are at Life Group. Everything's fine. Chickens walking around as usual. My children are playing as usual. And one of our children decides to jump inside the chicken coop. And even if I wasn't showing you who it is, you would know who it was.
I tried to get that ball.
Oh, you were trying to get a ball.
Yes.
You weren't trying to live with the chickens?
No, they just locked this gate, so I had to go over. No, Logan, take it through there. And then I had to go through the gate, jump over, stay here and yelling. That's your house now.
I think you're absolutely right.
No!
You're gonna have to live with the chickens now. You
One-
can make yourself a bed right over in that crate over there. They'll be nice to you. Don't step on that one. Don't step on that one. Get down. Get down. Whoa. Okay, if you're gonna climb over, go.
Mama! Well, I could do that.
No, we don't need to be doing that. You shouldn't have to do that. Oh my gosh, you're crazy. You're crazy. Don't do that again.
Okay.
Thanks to everyone who participated in yesterday's Hidden Zoo Animal Challenge. The question of the day was, what item from the Food and Wine Festival looked most delicious to you? Bar none, the most popular answer was the blended steakhouse burger from Earth Eats. Shout out to Katie Clark, Sriperna Dutta, Mr. Android Droid, Selvi James, and Sarah McCullough, who all voted for the burger as well. Don't forget to timestamp the Hidden Zoo Animal from today's video in your answer to today's question of the day, and we may give you a shout out in our next video. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, and we will see you tomorrow.